Hello everyone. We're back here again. It's Tuesday now. Morning. Figured I'd bring you guys in here again. You guys eat a little bit. Do some work on the other side. I'll take you over there. But after we get some food and these guys, because that's always fun. You see I have her trained pretty good to come up and eat. She just if I don't, the packoos don't let anything get to the bottom of the tank, right? So it's always a fun thing to watch. All right. Well, let's move on a little bit here, eh? These guys, you guys are always hungry too. Breeding Midas. I'm still trying to get homes for them. I'd like to move them out. I have some more Midas over here that I'm going to keep or whatever. I've got some, of course, these guys are always a blast. But got some more insulation dropped off by a friend. Now we can get some more work done up in the attic. As you can see here, the condensation on that, I still need to put an attic hatch on there. But yeah, it looks like the attic's working. So hopefully that'll help air it out and get it all going better. Doing water change for these guys right now. And as I'm doing that, I was gonna start finishing this here. I'm gonna put the braces on this and just make it safe and finish it. And that way I don't have to worry about it or have to mess with it and clean it because I've already got it all clean. You know, when you're redoing the tanks, that glass right here has to be clean, like no oils, no greases, and stuff like that. So that way, you actually get a good adhesion with the silicone or whatever. The silicone that I use is this stuff. That's the silicone I'm using. Okay. And then I use, ooh, these guys are having a little bit of splash fest over here. But yeah, I use this here. This is a silicone adhesive remover. And I use that to make sure I get all the film off, all the little film after you razor blade the silicone off. You go and you use that to rub it down and make sure it's nice and clean again from the oils of your fingers and all that kind of stuff too, right? So we're gonna get that done here. We're gonna silicone the top of that on. So that way it's fully put together. I don't have to mess with it anymore. We'll get her just set up the way it's supposed to be. All right. We're just gonna put that like that for a second. I think I got everything ready to jump in here. So get this on here because yeah, I gotta get my water changes over. Wait, actually, we gotta unplug that hose. Or one takes stop. If I leave that on, my siphon out of this hose, my pump in is slower than my pump out. We'll see. Now we got that off and let some more of that drain out of there, and then we'll plug that pump back in. I do that 2 times, about that much. Or I guess you can't really see over here. But yeah, I take out about this much water 2 times a week for these guys here. So, and then the filter I got on it ain't quite big enough, but it's working for now. We're gonna make a bigger one here in time. But yeah, I'm just gonna squeeze that on there. It's okay, be liberal. You want it to be able to squish out. One excess, is what I should say. Alright, we're going to stop there for now, and we'll get this panel on here. And I think that's pretty good. I think that's far enough over that we're outside of the glass that I'm going to put on there. We're going to try and do this as easy as possible. Just straight down. Try and line it up the best we can before we actually touch the silicone. And then we're going to just drop her down on top of there. Just like that. Boom. And a little bit of adjustments. Make sure it's on there where we want it. Okay, there we go. Cloth, wipe our fingers, of course. Make sure you have like some towels and stuff ready because you're gonna get this stuff on things. Well, at least I do, anyways. You make a little bit of a mess. This stuff for sure. I just have like a popsicle stick that I use, and I just use that to help clear that excess off, right? I don't bother getting rid of the excess. I'll put it back over here. We'll use it. Mirror that all over here. The back edge, we've got a good bond there. Okay. And as easy as that, we have a top brace. We'll have to wait the allotted time for it to cure. I think on this stuff it's 72 hours or something like that. It's not very long, but I like to let it sit for a while, 30 days, make sure it's nice and cured. The better the cure, the stronger the bond, right? A little bit of excess stuff that is over top of it all, we can easily get over that, and we just take a razor blade and clean that up after. I'll make sure that's very full. A couple spots here. That's why you put it on liberal, because it's easier to squish it out and wipe it off than it is to try and squish it back in after trying to fill it in, and because it has an air bubble or something like that. You want to make sure that you have limited air bubbles and stuff in there. So that way it's got a nice bond to it. But Yeah, there you go. Adding that to the, putting that on there. But yeah, see, and we'll get inside there and we'll clean off the inside edge or whatever. But at least then when I got the braces on, the tank will be safe and I don't have to worry about it. I do have a pretty good gap, like I was saying. I think this here is the length. It's hard to see on the camera, but it's about 20 inches or so, I'd say, that I have that goes in between here. So I'll have 3 gaps, 20 inches. Not huge or nothing, but it's a start. So I got you showed you guys the one there. We're gonna try and get a couple more of these on here. See how this goes. I'm not sure how we're gonna get, or I can even put you up on this new panel we just finished. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this back yet. As you can see, it's pre-drilled, but yeah, that's on there now. Sorry, I'm coughing. The silicone has a little bit of pretty good smell to it. But yeah, we got to get in here and clean off that. I'll do that other side over there. I don't know. Watch the big fish for a little bit. Said we're doing a water change on that tank right now. As we speak, and as we're doing that, I'm just in here doing this. I figured, why not? I'm not sure how these panels are going to go on yet. Everything's going to line up the way we're hoping. We're going to find out. And where's our popsicle stick here? While we're in here, we can get the inside of this cleaned up. Yeah, like I said, probably a good idea to have a fan or just some pretty good ventilation while you're doing this. It is pretty fumy. Yes, I work construction, so I don't mind having, my hands are going to be covered in stuff by the end of the day anyways. So I don't mind using my fingers. I do try to use my popsicle stick. It's not good to get it on your hands and stuff, right? I'm not sure how this is actually going to sit on here, or if it's going to on its own. I might see. I'm not sure. Oh, you just did that. I just rubbed my arm through the silicone over there. Yeah, I'm not going to do much. Try not to do much editing. Most of this stuff is just going to be just straight for you guys. Try and watch that I'm swearing and stuff. That's a lot of the times when I'm trying to mutter. I do swear sometimes. So is that long enough? I didn't put enough. We got to put a little more. We don't want to do that. There we go. Okay, now I don't know if this is going to stick here or not. I guess there's only one way to find out. Push that right off there. Okay. Now, yeah, that's not going to stay there at all. So what we're going to have to do is I should have pre-ripped a couple of these strips of tape here. Where's my knee? I'll hold that a little bit. Yeah, we'll get some. Hopefully This will help hold it up. Arm's not big enough to get in there. Oh no, and we dropped it. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some braces made up, I think, to do this. Well, lucky that didn't break. Little chip came off. This is a lot trickier than I was thinking it was going to be. Not sure how I'm going to hold this where I want it. What it is this back piece of glass isn't cut straight, and this glass is trying to lean forward onto it. I don't have a brace, so I'm going to have to. See if we can't do something like that. Can't fall into the tank, but yeah, that's not going to hold very good. I think what we're going to need to do is, what are we going to do? I think we're going to need to have a board, get this other middle brace on before we do these ones. And then, yeah, once we have this one on, I can have a board across that I can actually secure that to it. You know what I'm saying? The tape's not going to work as it's tilting forward and moving around. So that idea is a fail. The cut on this glass has a little bit of a divot on this back side on this corner, so it's making it want to lean forward too. And with it wanting to be, you know, it's more weight in this side because we got it flush on this side. But I think we'll get it working here. And once we get this other side on here, the other main brace across, I think we can get a board or something that we can tape it to then. So, definitely wanting to fall off there though. I'm not even sure if I can leave that sitting there. I don't want it falling into the tank again. That's not good. We're going to end up breaking the tank before we get it built, right? Sweating now. It's hot in here. Double up that tape real quick. Don't want that coming off of there. Stay on there. Okay, let's get this other piece in here. We'll see how that fits. Okay. I'm not even sure. You guys probably, we're gonna try and get the one beside it on there, because that there, the tape's not working. As you can see, it's wanting to fall. So we got to get this other one up here, and then I can maybe get a board across it, and that way is we can hold it up to there. Okay. Okay. Right. Now, what I'm thinking we can do now, you know what we didn't do though. Get some silicone in here. And we're going to pull that in there. And that's like that, and that's like that. Hopefully we can get maybe a better shirt on here. Yeah, there's one to fall down off there for sure. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need to go get a 2x4 or something. These little pieces of glass are a little more tricky to get on here. Wish I had some clamps. The clamps would definitely help this situation. Here, that might help. Great. Oof. Jeez, man. Let's see if that'll just help us for now. Just a little bit. Okay. We got to get a board. I'm gonna have to have a board here, and then we can mount that to the board, and that'll hold it in place. Might have to go all back to get the clamps. The other side, I think they're all out there. All right. As you can see, I'm having lots of fun doing this. I gotta go get some clamps, so I'm gonna shut the camera off, I guess, maybe, then that way you guys are, well, I guess, on. I thought I had some clips in here, and I don't have any clips in here. So, gotta go get some clamps. wasn't thinking. I'm back. I got some clamps. See, I got to try to be prepared, and I got a couple extra boards that we can set across to help hold these braces in place. Yeah, I should have been more prepared. I wasn't. And now I'm learning. Bit over here. Now we can get this clamp on here properly and get this glass properly held in here. Man, this stuff's strong. Okay. There we go. Much better. Get that lined up again over here. Okay. Now we can take our clamp and hopefully clamp that on there. This needs to be snug just to hold it into place where we want it. We're making a mess with silicone everywhere. But what happens, I wasn't quite prepared, and I thought I was, and I wasn't. Now I am. Now we got what we need. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'll get this front one on there. Do this front one here now. Place that in there. Push it down until it hits the thing. Get our board ready. Oh, and I left the clamp over there. Shoot. Now we got to hold on to this while I go get the clamp. Over here. All right, we got it. A little bit of slipping and sliding here. That's okay. Clean all that stuff up after. And this would have been easier to do with two hands. Okay, we're just going to slide this forward here a little bit so it sits more on there on its own. Because I didn't, there we go. Prep the clamp a little bit so we're not here trying to hold it with one hand and do all of this here. All right, now we got a board to help secure it. And we're going to get that put into place. And we're going to clean off the excess. Grab a towel again. All right, well, those are my first attempts of doing that on my own with that size of glass, so pretty successful. We only dropped one piece. And I don't think we broke anything. So I call that a win. Gonna have to get in there and clean that up. That's okay. Get all that up. There we go. Okay. I think that's okay. Everything seems flush and level on there. Everything's all good there. Gonna do our insides. All this is still all lined up nice. Okay, that's it. That's our first section with the braces on now. It's a pretty good hole to get in and out of the tank. Once you get in the tank, it's not very easy to crawl around. The tank's only 30 inches high, but there we go. I'm gotta go get a couple more clamps and another couple boards, and we'll keep going and get the rest of this done here. I won't torture you guys with watching me fumble around with all this stuff though. All right, we'll come back when I got it all together. I'll show you it's all together. Bye. All right, well there we go. Braces are on. It's hard to stand back enough to be able to get this whole tank in the picture. 900 gallons, I guess, is what this tank is. Yeah, those are pretty good holes to be able to get in and out of. And then you got your brace, and then another hole, a brace, and then another hole. So I think that's lots to get in and out to do lots of different stuff with this. The two end plates are drilled for bulkhead, same with the end here. So I have lots of options with this tank that I can do, but yeah, she's finally together. I did it before I had to get to work. A little bit the silicone job's okay, but you can always clean that up with a razor blade after it sets up a little bit or whatever. But it looks pretty good to me. Exciting. Once that sets up, we can clean it all out and do some water tests. But super fun. Then of course we're gonna get these two going here for this guy in the corner, because this guy in the corner, he's just an animal. Just an animal. He's already wanting to wrestle. If that fish had legs, I'd be scared of him. But yeah, no, just figured I'd do a quick little Tuesday morning with you guys, getting those braces on. Watch me fumble around a little bit, as everyone, you probably will. As prepared as you think you are, you're always not prepared. There's always something you're missing, but you never give up and you'll reach success. So right on. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.